Hey, I'm Kristen Dovniak. I'm a holistic health coach, a trained chef, and the founder of Healthy Mama Chris. Today, I want to share with you a real-life meal prep utilizing my 4-3-2-1 meal planning method. This is my way of simplifying meal prep by choosing 4 main veggie items, 3 proteins, 2 starches, and 1 fun item for the week so I can mix and match meals throughout the week. Now, I love to also choose recipes utilizing these ingredients. Oftentimes they're in-season ingredients or just what we're craving that week, but this simplifies things, especially when it comes to meal prep. So let me share with you what I'm using this week and what I'm making, and then I will take you through my prep. So the main veggies I've chosen this week are peppers, asparagus, zucchini, and mushrooms. I also always include staple vegetables that we always have in our house. So those aren't included with my 4 vegetables. I don't limit it to 4 vegetables, but those are my focus vegetables. So I've also got carrots and onions. And this week I added a couple bonuses because I also wanted to add a lunch item. So typically my 4-3-2-1 method is for dinners. And then if I want to add something in for lunch to make lunchtime easy or breakfast, then I add it in. This isn't a rule, but a guideline to simplify things. So I also added in some cucumbers and some tomatoes to make my Greek chicken chickpea salad, which is so good and so great for lunches. It lasts a while, and I'm going to show you how I make it. So for my proteins this week, I've got some chickpeas, I've got ground beef, and I've got chicken breast. And then of course, for my starches, I've got some pasta this week, some rice, and for my fun item, I've got some Parmesan, because who doesn't like a little bit of extra cheese? I also decided to make something for breakfast, so I've got some eggs over here as well. On the weeks where I have less time to prep, I just do dinner ingredients. On the weeks I have a little bit more time, sometimes I add in lunch and breakfast. So it's all about doing what works for you. In my Healthy Mama Meal Prep course, I take you through 3 different types of meal prep to figure out what type of meal prep works for you. Because I believe, just like with nutrition, there is no one size fits all. So what recipes am I going to make this week? I'm going to start by making my Moroccan chickpea stew. This is a really simple vegan stew that comes together in no time. And a big super stew is one of my top 5 essentials for meal prep because it's so great to use as a leftover item. Obviously, you can have it for dinner one day during the week, but it's a great lunch option as well. So I'm going to make my Moroccan chickpea stew, and of course, I'm going to use the rest of my chickpeas for my chicken and chickpea salad for lunches. I'm also going to make my veggie-packed meatloaf muffins with some zucchini and some mushrooms in there for a few extra vegetables. I'm going to use the other pound of beef for my picadillo recipe with some rice. And then I'm also going to make my 1-pan chicken and asparagus recipe, and that is going to be served up with some rice as well. And for my last dinner that week, I've got another veggie meal. That's one of those ways I love saving on groceries and also adding in a lot more vegetables, is including 1 or 2 plant-based meals in throughout my week. And so I'm going to make my really simple 1 Pan Pasta Primavera with my farfalle, as well as my zucchini and a little bit of my asparagus and some peppers. Okay, let's go ahead and dig into meal prepping.
Okay, I'm getting started just by getting my veggies ready, doing my mise en place like I always do. So I'm slicing up some onions, peeling some carrots, and then going ahead and chopping them. Lots of carrots for the meals this week. I'm chopping up the ones I need for soup, and the rest I'll use for lunches throughout the week. Then I'm getting together the rest of my veggies. I've got some zucchini that I'm going to chop, and then I'm going to grate the rest for another recipe. I'm chopping up some peppers. Again, I like to use a lot of the same ingredients to simplify things when it comes to prep and when it comes to grocery shopping. I've got my asparagus I'm just roughly chopping up, and some cucumber for my simple chicken and chickpea salad, and I've got the tomatoes for that as well. That'll be lunches throughout the week. I'm just rinsing off my chickpeas, getting those ready to go, and it's time to cook. So I've got my Moroccan chickpea stew. This is my bulk recipe of the week that'll serve as dinner, and then some leftovers as well. So once that's cooled, I'm putting it in my meal prep container and letting that cool in order to put it in the fridge, and that's one meal done and ready to go. The next thing I'm preparing is my meatloaf muffins. I love adding veggies to these. These are so delicious and super kid-friendly. So I'm just mixing those together, putting them in my favorite silicone muffin pan, and I'm going to bake these in the oven, and those will be ready to go for another quick dinner for a busy night. And then, of course, my chicken and chickpea salad is going to be our lunches for the week. So I'm adding all the ingredients together. This is just an add, mix, stir, and it's good to go. It keeps in the fridge for a few days, so it's the perfect quick on-the-go lunch, and it tastes so good. The last thing I'm doing is putting together some hard-cooked eggs. They're all cooked up and ready to go for quick snacks or part of a breakfast. And I pulled my meatloaf muffins out of the oven. They look delicious. I'm almost tempted to eat them now. And that's my prep.
So there you have it. My real life meal prep is complete. It took me about a couple hours to get everything together, and I used my combination meal prep method I talk about in my course, Healthy Mama Meal Prep, where I did a couple batch items and the rest were just ingredients to make life that much easier later on in the week. So the batch items that I started off making were my Moroccan chickpea stew. I made this right away. I got all of the ingredients ready and mise en place, and I let this cook while I was working on the other ingredients. Then I went ahead and made my chopped chicken and chickpea salad. I love this salad. It's very Greek inspired. It's great for lunches and it holds up well in the fridge. So I made that. And then for a very easy dinner, you don't have to make as many batch items as I did today, but it is helpful to kind of press the easy button one night and just have to make a side. So I made my veggie-packed meatloaf muffins. These are a great way to get some extra veggies into your kids because they're packed with zucchini and mushrooms and onions, and the kids devour them, especially with a little bit of ketchup. And then for a breakfast, because I really like to have something simple on hand for a breakfast option, I talk about this when I talk about my 5 essentials to meal prep. I went ahead and hard cooked some eggs, so those are a protein ready to go. And then the rest of my prep is just some vegetables. I have these all ready to go to make my super simple Pan Pasta Primavera, and that's what we're gonna have for dinner tonight. So that is it. That is my meal prep. I am here to share with you that meal prep does not need to be complicated or hard or take your entire day. I love helping mamas simplify and individualize meal prep to work for them and their lives. So if you want to hear more about my Healthy Mama Meal Prep method, I encourage you to head to healthymamakris.com/meal prep and check out my Healthy Mama Meal Prep course.